continuing my personal campaign to expose modeling scams that can ruin a woman's future and even threaten her life. Joining me now is a woman that I really respect. Her name is Kenya Knight, and she's the owner of Nous Model Management. And Kenya represents Mercedes Yvette and Leslie Minsha from America's Next Top Model. So she signs my girls, which I love. And yeah. And talk about what you've seen today, because you have a reputable modeling agency here in Los Angeles, and you're seeing these girls. They want to be signed with you. They want to be real models, but you see what they're doing. Right. What does that make you feel like?
Every day we have models come into open call, and I hear the different stories. You know, I've paid this much, or here's the comm card that I put together. I went to a studio, look at my pictures. And I'd say 9.9 times out of 10, the pictures aren't usable. They're not what a legitimate agency would use to market and promote a model. What I've seen today on your show is incredible. I just want to applaud you for that 100%, because it's incredible. I mean, I do what I can from my office and from my little world, but you obviously have a much greater audience, and you can help people and give them really great guidance, and you do that, so I definitely applaud that, and you know, it's really important.
What are some of the things that you say that if a model wants to come into the industry, she should do? What are the legitimate things?
Right. First of all, every potential model out there should know it doesn't cost any money to walk into a legitimate agency and be seen by an agent. It's free. It's called an
free,
open
everybody.
call. Free. You don't have to pay a dime, and you don't need professional pictures. Get your mom, your best friend, boyfriend, whoever. You know, have a bikini on, because we do like to see all your body photographs. No makeup. Go in your backyard, natural light. Take some headshots, some body shots, and walk in with that. That's all you need.
That's all.
And if you don't even have photos, we'll Polaroid you. You know, so you don't need to pay a dime.
And what about nudity? Do you tell a girl strip butt naked to let me see if I want to sign you?
Never, never. In fact,
Never,
we have quite a few. Most of our models have probably never posed nude, or very rarely. And in the advertising world, you don't see a lot of nudity, so it really doesn't come up that often.
And you know, there's one thing that that I want to say is Ginger from America's Next Top Model. She was the girl that's from D.C., a conservative girl, and she was one of the main girls on Top Model this season that did not want to pose nude, and she ended up doing 2 quick shots, which I don't think she should have done. She was very uncomfortable. But you saw that show and saw Ginger, and what?
And I emailed Brad at your office, who I love, and I said, you know, could you let her know I'd love to speak with her?
And Ginger's got a meeting next week, and
next week?
She didn't need to get naked for the meeting. She didn't have to. Thank you so much, Kenya.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We'll be right back. So now we're going to go to the audience for some questions. Anyone have a question or a statement or anything? Yeah? Okay, stand on up.
Hi, I was wondering, if a model agency wants you, what is it that they'd be willing to pay for you? Like, would they pay for go to South Africa or pictures? Yeah, exactly.
I know that answer, but we have an agent here that can answer that one.
Basically, a model is basically an independent contractor, so she's starting her own company. And anyone who's starting their own company, there are expenses. But you should never pay the agency. They might refer you to a couple of photographers, and we'll say, check out their website, or we'll show you photos that they've done of other models, and that photographer will have a fee, because obviously their time, they don't work for free. You know, their hair and makeup artist has to get paid, their stylist has to get paid. So there can be fees, but they're fairly nominal. Usually a test, it's called a test, is between $250 and $400. That's the average.
And sometimes if the agency really believes in you, they'll sign you, and then you'll do tests, and say you can't afford that, you'll get like this debit account, and they'll be like, okay, that test was $200, and when you start making money, we'll take that from the money that you've already made.
Right.
If you don't have that money to support that up front. Anybody else?
I actually had a question for you. I was wondering, when you started out, was your mom going with you to open calls, make sure you weren't getting scammed and all that kind of stuff? Just because, you know, moms know.
Yes.
They know.
I started very early. I started at 15 years old. I was in the 11th grade. And my mom went with me to all of the agencies in LA and About 5 said no, and the 6th one said yes. So she was definitely with me early on. She would come to my photo shoots with me. She'd come to my fashion shows with me. But once I graduated from high school, I was old enough to get on a plane and go cross country to, go to college. And so at that time I didn't go to college. I went to Paris to model, and I was not with my mom. It was the scariest time of my life, but she gave me all the tools to handle myself. Yeah. And we'll be right back. This whole issue with modeling scams is my personal crusade, and I will not stop until I see changes. And right now, I don't see the changes. As you saw today, I don't feel like girls are really, really, truly listening. And if I have to continue to do shows like this all season, next year, the year after that, I won't stop until I see change. And I want to thank all of my guests for being here today. I want to thank Kenya from New Models. I want to thank Ann from America's Next Top Model. And all the girls, as much as you probably did not want to be a part of today's show, you were. And that's a fact. And I hope that you have learned. I hope that you have learned from the embarrassment or the hurt that you have gone through. And I know that you've definitely taught a lot of young girls what not to do. For more information on today's show, I want you to go to my website. We're going to have a list of legitimate modeling agencies, legitimate ones, like the one, like Kenya's New Models. All right? I'll talk to you guys later. TyraShow.com. All right? See you later.